Drop the bass. Episode 88 in the book. Yeah.
12 to go. 12 to go, son.
Well, we're probably going to end season 1 here soon.
Yeah.
So
season 1 is coming to a close.
Next week, we will have a massive announcement.
Yep. A big one. A big one.
Probably the biggest thing I've ever done in my life. So.
And mine too.
Yeah.
We'll get into that though. Firstly, welcome back to the show, everyone. Thanks for joining us if you are.
We are in a different... yeah, if you are.
Different location for those who have been watching for quite some time. It's the OG location. How does it feel to be back here?
Yeah, it's diff, man.
I still remember the day we did our teaser one. Where you and I, we set up our phones and we taped it to the back of the tripod so it would stay there. And then I remember us in that study right in there, like sitting on your laptop, editing it. We're like, fuck, this is going to take so long, blah, 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 blah. But it was the start of what is PNC, lads. It
is. I wish we could tell people what's going on, but we'll wait for that for next week.
One more week. But yeah, there's a
lot that's happened. We haven't filmed for 2 weeks. Last time we filmed 2 episodes back to back.
And you've been gone since then, which we'll get into as well. Yes. First of all, like the video if you're not here. And if you want to comment about this pillow, please don't. I'm just comfy, and that's why it's on me. I'm not hiding anything underneath here.
Dude, there's a fucking rock-on stiffy, mate.
Yeah, still.
Do you know what I wonder? I wonder if like the people want the sex stuff back, and like that's just not where I'm at.
Well, you know as well, like our friends Will and Seb, I saw on one of their Instagram stories, Will absolutely cracked it because they got another video demonetized or age restricted or whatever it was. It seems like you can't even say the F word these days.
You can't say the F word anymore.
The C-bomb.
YouTube came out and said it.
Nothing, bro. And like, legitimately, we're getting fisted because of it.
Oh yeah, we're getting torched on unrecommended.
Yeah. But yeah, this, like, genuinely from this week coming, we're going to start, I mean, we've already got plans, like, we're going to be filming different types of content, and those different videos will be coming on a weekly basis.
Once a week. You can hold us to it.
On a weekly basis, and that's literally going to be, like...
It's going to be our new
thing.
We'll still do the pod, but
season 1 has to come to an end, and we have
to revamp. We have to come up with some new ideas. I mean, we have to make it. I think you have to make it more Hamish and Andy kind of vibe, because we can't be us. Like, we can't talk about we can't say the F word. We can't say the C word. That's half my. I wanted to say effing personality. That's half my personality.
Yeah.
So I mean, you get to a point where at what point are you just forcing a false representation of yourself, because like YouTube is basically saying you can't talk about sex, you can't talk about drugs, you can't talk about partying, you can't say the F word, you can't what do we talk about?
It's pretty criminal. And I kind of can't understand it, because like
I don't get it.
It can't be benefiting them that much to the point where like their platform's a better place where people aren't using those types of words.
Well, it's just advertiser friendliness, man.
But like they still had those advertisers there before, which I can't really understand.
It's all about appeasing though, bro. Coca-Cola goes,
we'd prefer you not to say this.
Guys can't, you got like, what's going on?
Yeah.
We've had a few bad examples here.
Yeah.
They go, well, guys, no one can say the F word anymore.
Anyway, before we get into your trip, how's your week been? Like, or that kind of entails your trip.
Yeah, well, it was kind of the trip.
Yeah. I mean, we went to the beach this morning, and that was quite nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, we got a tan yet?
I'm a little bronzed.
Yeah, there's certain parts of my body that are a little tanner than other parts.
My face is tanned because I got cooked.
Yeah. Can I just say, I will, for a fact, I'll never go to that beach ever again in my life.
Weren't a big fan?
Hated it, yeah.
Really?
So poor. So poor. And I came home, I was like, oh, which beach you go to? I was like, yeah, it wasn't very good, South Beach. And even he said, that doesn't do a lot for me. The area of South Beach is so small.
Well, South Beach, it's a little bit of a hole.
It's tiny. The sand, not fun to look at. The water, still.
Water, it was also very bit murky.
It's just flat. I had little fishy nibbling my feet. And it just just wasn't it. It was fun
Yeah.
to be there with the boys, and it was fun to go into the ocean, as it always is. But with the beautiful beaches on that Perth and WA have on offer,
Yeah, it's definitely not one of the better.
won't be
beaches,
going back there. But we got a feed as well. We got a nice feed.
Bro, I mean, you didn't like your...
Didn't like my feed, but it wasn't the point of it. The point was to have a nice start today, in which we did.
It was a good way to start the day. I'm actually knackered though.
I'm a tired boy as well.
We're getting much, bro. I swear, since getting back from my trip, my body cannot acclimatise back to Perth time.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on,
Still struggling?
bro. I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning.
Wow.
I was
What time you go to bed? Like 12?
1:30.
Wow.
Like,
Are you're feeling the effects of it as well?
yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, I guess. I
You
guess
just
that's
said
probably
you
why
were
I'm
quite
tired.
tired, so
But
yeah.
it's just like, yeah, I just can't. And every day this week, I've just woken up at 7 and gone to bed at like 11, tired. But
Yeah.
before my trip, I'd go to bed at 2, wake up at 10.
I wonder if that's the case for a lot of people. I feel like it's just usually like a couple of days and you're back to it.
It's
But you've been
usually
back
like
for-
one night,
You've been back for how long now?
like 4, 5.
I feel like it's a mental game now.
Yeah.
It's very much a mental thing because you should be back to normal.
Bro,
like you
I
said.
should be, man. But then again, like, it's not like my sleep schedule is weird. Like, I'm going to bed at 11 o'clock midnight and waking up at 7. Like, that's just called normal, but not normal for me.
Yeah, what's your usual?
It's like, yeah, like 1:32 and then wake up at 10.
See, I think you need to be fixing that. I think you need
it's
to fix
fixed,
that.
bro. It's fixed.
Yeah, don't try and revert back to your old ways. What are you doing?
Well, maybe I'm not, and I'm just not used to like going to bed at a normal time.
Maybe you
waking
can
up at a
send the
normal time.
7:30 start tomorrow, son.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, but that's the thing. Like, another big thing with us. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to speak about before we into your trip. We've been talking, because there's big changes that are about to be happening. We've been saying how, like, or at least for myself, this is a massive chapter just closing on multiple different fronts. It's like chapters within the chapter. So it's like, we've got friends, we've got family,
I mean,
job.
We'll get into that next week, but yeah.
Yeah, but like, I mean, we're going to be, I can just say on here as well, like, we're going to be saying goodbye to a workplace that we've been for quite some time.
Yeah, better part of 4 years.
Which is crazy, which is fucking,
It's hard, eh?
oh my
It's
days.
so hard not to swear, bro.
Oh my days. Like, it's just natural at this point as well. Oh my.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think it's quite hit me yet as well.
Nah, it won't hit until
Until
happening.
things start. Yeah, we can't go too much into it.
But yeah, we'll move into that next week.
Yeah. But yeah, you left me behind this past week and a bit.
Yeah, I was gone for 6 days.
I've seen you since then. Usually these
5
catch ups,
days.
like if I'm away, the first time I see you is like back
Yeah.
on the
Well,
show for the first time, but it doesn't feel like we've been apart.
I got back on Wednesday, so
Yeah.
actually I flew home a day early.
Firstly, how was your birthday?
Yeah, my birthday was 6. So, okay, for anyone who doesn't know, Kids Fan Trip. Basically, I went to Melbourne on the 19th. My birthday was on the 20th. So I flew in on the Thursday. Birthday was on the Friday. It's a great day for a
23.
birthday, by the way.
How,
be on a
how do you
Friday night.
feel? 23.
It's just the same. But like 23 is a good year. So,
Yeah.
23 is the
Lucky
GOAT year.
number. Let's
Um,
make it.
And so, yeah, so I flew in on the Thursday. I got picked up by someone I was speaking to over there. Not that she wants me to even mention her at all in the
Aw.
shows. So
That's not very nice.
I know. You tell her fucking nah. So yeah,
called
I
Rachel.
got picked up. We went back to my hotel room, and then Melbourne. Okay, first thing. This is the thing. I got a lot to talk about Melbourne. Melbourne traffic, a joke, bruv. A joke. You think Perth traffic? Like, I'm talking when it's peak hour. Doesn't even compare. Peak hour in Melbourne was 4 times longer than anything I've ever dealt with in Perth in my life.
I remember when we got to the airport from when we came from Gold Coast. Wasn't that much fun trying to get a ride back to where we were staying?
And it was 6 a.m. or whenever it wasn't peak hour when we got there.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's usually not too bad from the airport, going to the airport. Coming back is pretty cooked, but
at least you had a ride from the airport.
Late.
Oh, really?
A good 45-hour.
Oh,
Good 45
tardiness
to an
isn't a
hour
good
late.
trait to have. 45.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I was waiting a while,
I
bro.
wouldn't be
But
having
in
that.
her defense, the traffic was a fucking meme. But, you know.
Google Maps says how long the duration takes.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah.
We moved on.
All is forgiven.
Yeah. And then obviously we went out actually the first night to Chapel Street. So anyone who lives in Melbourne, that's like pretty popular street in Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
And we went out for a feed, and then just on the way back, bro, just like 5 different pubs just kind of stopped in, grabbed a drink.
Right, just one drink?
Well, I was driving a car home. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
Just had to be one.
I probably shouldn't have driven, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. But like, it was pretty sick. Like the amount of venues that are in Melbourne is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you couldn't do that in Perth. Like, they just don't have that many venues that even exist. Like, that was in the space of 200 meters. Just boop, 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 boop.
Is it city or no?
Nah, it's not in this city. It's like
No?
maybe outer city.
Did we go there?
It's where we went. Where Electric is.
Oh,
The one we
okay.
didn't get in. The guy looked us
Yeah.
up and down. Fucking
That's the way.
Um,
Silly person.
So yeah, that was Thursday night. We just went back and, you know, whatever. Woke up Friday. It was my birthday. Woke up feeling good, you know.
Yeah.
In a hotel room. It was on Albert Park. So for anyone who doesn't know, it's like basically in between St Kilda and CBD. And there's like Albert Park is like a really nice park there. There's like a lake.
Mm-hmm.
And
How's the weather?
yeah, I mean it's summer. Melbourne during the day is not. It's nice because it's not too hot.
Yeah.
Like-
Like today.
It's
Deary me.
hot here. Like it's 35, 36 degrees every day here. If you go look at Melbourne's weather, it's like 24, 25 every day during the day. Like that's their peak.
That's kind of sad.
It is. They have some like really, really hot days, like 38, but very rare. And somehow I managed to get fucking sunburnt. Someone put a counter in the comments. How many times we say the F word in this episode? I think we're at 3 from my count.
Yeah, you've done 2. I've done 1. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no C words yet.
No C words. No, we won't have any of those.
But yeah, we basically Albert Park's like a big lake, and we walked around it. Went for a nice walk. Went for a little stroll. Went and had a nice breakfast. Expensive breakfast, bro. I paid like $50 for like 2 of us to have breakfast, and I got this piece of bacon that was the dickiest piece of bacon I've ever seen in my life. That cost $6 extra. I added bacon to my eggs on toast, and I'm not kidding.
How much did eggs and toast cost you?
Like 16 for 2 eggs on 2 pieces of toast.
So it cost you $22 to get eggs and toast with bacon.
Yeah.
Why did you get that?
Well, it was my birthday. What am I going to do? So we copped that, and then we went out at night, and this woman had planned.
Let's give her a name. Let's say Tracy. That's a bit of a yucky name.
I don't like that. Let's call her
Tiffany.
No, because if I give her a nice name, then she'll be like, "Oh, you'd rather my name be that."
Tuna.
That's a little similar, bro.
Nah.
Starts with a T.
Yeah, well, I just said Tracy, and then I said something else as well.
Yeah, man's got a case of the double T's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll call her Becky because it's funny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not a nice name, but
No,
you know.
it's not.
Becky organised me a little couple places to book in. Did not need to book in. It was a Friday at like 3 p.m. We're getting on the sauce early.
Yeah.
Very nice venues in St Kilda though. Like like very nice. Like Henry Summit every venue.
Wow.
Yeah. We walk in. Obviously there was literally no one there. Had a couple of drinks. We're there for an hour or 2. I met one of her friends. She's pretty cool chick as well. And then we went to a different place. And then for anyone who lives in Melbourne would obviously know the Espy. It's the Esplanade Hotel, literally like the Lookout. It's the Lookout
Really?
of St Kilda.
Is the view just as nice?
Yeah.
Really? What's the view of?
The ocean.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like St Kilda is basically, it is literally Scarborough.
Ah, okay.
Like in terms of the vibe. Palm trees, sunset vibes, a lot of nice venues. Yeah, we just went in all of them really, just like a little pub crawl. But every venue is so good. Expensive, but good. And then
Was it busy though?
The Espy is. They had a One Direction night on. So that was like our last port of call. Like, we'll go to the Espy, like, because all these other 2 venues were like a little bit quiet because obviously it was 5, 6 p.m.
Yeah.
So we go to the SP, and then as we're walking, like these girls all walking past us, and they're like, "Oh, are you guys going to the like SP?" We're like, "Oh yeah, why?" And they're like, "Oh, you guys going to the One Direction night as well?" And then we were just like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Like you got to be kidding me.
The one night you're trying to go there.
Yeah, like
it's not going to be the normal SP.
Yeah, like,
SP experience.
So we ended up leaving that, and then we went to Electric, which is where we didn't get in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I
was thinking of the other one.
Very, very popular club. And when I tell you that this venue...
So what was the experience lining up this time?
There was no one in the line, but basically I just walked in. I would say wearing similar... I was literally wearing jeans, a white button-up T-shirt, and like the white Pumas.
And they just go, yeah, no worries, mate.
And because I was with such and such, like two girls, good-looking girls, the guy goes, "You guys have a booking?" One of the girls goes, and I was a bit drunk too, and one of the girls goes, "Oh no, we don't. Like, we're just hoping to get in." And then he was like, "Oh yeah, well, I mean, just you three." And then they were like, "Yep." And he was like, "Oh well, you guys are dressed pretty well, so yeah, just come in."
So I just don't like the sound of this place, Ev. They sound condescending. They sound rude, and I don't know if I want to be giving them my business. You know,
right? You do. I tell you, if you're a single lad living in Melbourne, you got to go to Electric. If you cannot pick up an Electric, you need to go get some self-help courses.
Yeah.
Because, mate, seriously, like 10 to 1 odds. Walked into Electric with the two girls, and like it's like 10 to 1 ratio, like girls to guys. So you literally have like 10 girls, if anyone doesn't know what that means, 10 girls per guy. It probably wasn't that. When I walked in, that's what it was like. It got a little bit less, probably 3 to 1 by that.
What's the age demographic?
Older, a bit more classy for sure.
That's nice.
Yeah. Oh no, you didn't. You were gonna ask me what's so special about this place?
Oh yeah.
Because
what is so what's inside? What is so special?
I actually think it's more the fact that there's like they've created it. It's smart business, but like you've created a niche where like firstly guys want to spend money to go because they're probably gonna get laid. And like you've got the written down formula for like what's going to make a good club.
Women.
Lots of women and guys who are willing to spend money on the lots of women.
How did they get the women there in the first place?
I don't know. I think that's just a thing you got to do. It's definitely a very nice club. Like it's fancy. Like it's good music. It's fancy.
The DJs were good?
It's only one DJ, but yeah.
But good. Like it was good music the whole night?
Yeah, DJ was actually sick. I got his Instagram because I was like, it's good music.
Yeah.
And then, that was Electric. Electric was sick. Got in there, left Electric, went back on Chapel Street still, went into a couple other places. One place was just like a hip-hop club. That was pretty lit.
Yep.
Becky's a big fan of hip-hop.
She's a big fan of hip-hop, is she? Not so much house and EDM like yourself, or
she likes it as well.
Likes that.
Yeah. So we go to that, and then we end up just going back to the hotel. And
yeah. What time was that though?
1:32 maybe.
Oh really? I
mean,
so you went to the other ones like
we started drinking at 4.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah. Right.
I was pretty. Worried.
Was it just you three? She didn't bring any more of her friends.
A friend left a bit early as well.
Oh, okay.
Like poor at Electric, halfway through Electric.
Are you into your trip right now?
Yeah.
Dearie me.
I drank a lot of alcohol at this point.
So feeling rough Saturday morning?
Yeah. She had to leave too, so I had the hungover scaries Saturday morning, and I was changing hotels.
Why?
So I was changing hotels from where I was in Albert Park to like South Bank, which is like 10-minute walk from the city.
Why were you changing?
Just like get the best of both worlds. Albert Park's like 3 k's from the city. South Bank is like next to Crown.
But had you like planned that to do that? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay.
So this hotel I was staying in is probably the best hotel I've ever stayed in my life.
What, second time?
The second hotel. So I knew that going in. It was a $2,500 hotel for 4 nights.
Jesus Christ. Serena whip out the funds for that one, did she?
No, I got it for $1,000, bro.
My days.
And it had free breakfast included. Not that I used it once because I got up too late. And then...
what, did you have to go somewhere for that or just up
just
to the
down
door?
to the bottom lobby.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The kitchen. But it was called the Oakwood Premier Suite. I was on the 33rd floor. So, like, obviously, the higher you go, the more expensive things are usually.
Wouldn't beat the Citadines with their pooey smell.
Yeah.
Alleged pooey smell.
Definitely beats Citadines. Citadines was actually alright too, even being there. Just sucked that a few things about that. This hotel, you could tell the difference between, like, it was that level up from everything. Like, it had, like, soft carpet. It had...
your bathroom wasn't adjacent to your bed.
Like, rainfall shower.
Oh, wow.
Like, a king-size bed with the comfiest mattress I've ever slept. Well, not the comfiest. My bed's comfier, but, like, a very comfy mattress for a hotel.
Yeah.
A view overlooking literally, like, the Yarra River, South Bank. I could see 100 degrees of Melbourne.
Yeah.
Like, it was a very sick place. And it was, to be fair, like, if you were paying full price, you'd have to be rich. I'm pretty sure that room is genuinely designed for someone like if Logan Paul was to come to Melbourne, he wanted to stay for a month, he would just buy that room for a month because it had kitchen, laundry, like everything in that room. Like, it was a full-blown apartment studio kind of thing.
They are coming, I'm pretty sure.
Well, they are, yeah. And that's why. So, like, that's for, like, millionaires who are just going to happily pay, like, $4,000 in rent per week.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Then that was a Saturday. And then Saturday night,
Wait, what did you do during the day? You just chilled in your hotel? Or did you go do anything?
No. So, I obviously had to transfer hotels.
Oh, yeah.
So, I got into the hotel about 1. Then I went to the shop. Went and got, like some food, some Patch Kids and stuff like that.
I see how Patchies.
Came back to the room, threw that in the fridge, and then I was linking up with Becky at like in the evening. I can't remember. So I just got ready basically, and then we went out again. And then this time we went out in around where we were staying into the city.
Okay.
Bro, we just went to the wrong spots, bro. Like, this was probably my favorite venue I've ever seen.
To be fair, when we went, we genuinely went out once.
Yeah, well... Yeah.
Because we went out on the Friday night, footy, went out, got absolutely obliterated.
Yeah.
Obliterated.
Yeah.
To the point where I hated myself the next morning having to come back from St Kilda in the cold, raininess.
That's where... Because
dearie me.
That chick said to go to the SB, to you when you were crossing paths leaving. She was like, "Oh, go to the SB."
Oh, did she?
And you were just, apparently you were just like, like, get out of here. Because, like, bro, she came back to your room, well, like where you were staying at like 8 a.m. sending an alarm.
I'll never forgive Becky for that.
Mate, I said to her, are you serious? Why don't you just stay and actually sleep like a normal person until like lunchtime?
Mate, I still remember that. Like, the fear in my face and body. It was like, if you've ever watched like a end of world movie, it was like the nuke sound going off, like the end of the world siren. And if I lived there, I would move out because that can't be the alarm for someone trying to get access to the building. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
But like, when you're drunk as well, and
it's only because she doesn't have the keys. So she needed someone to open the door. If it was your house, it would be
phone love. Yeah. But yeah, that was St Kilda apparently.
Yeah, so
I only saw that for a couple of minutes.
But then, I can't remember what this place is called, but it literally had like an upstairs area, and then like a downstairs, kind of like Henry Summers, again.
Okay.
And same exact like luxury kind of vibe.
Where's this at? You can't remember the name.
In the CBD, I don't know the name. Can't remember. I couldn't get the names. But like, I don't know what we went to so many different places. And then
Were you wearing shorts at all? Or just no?
Not at night. So during the day, yep, shorts always. And
shorts, t-shirt?
Yeah, shorts, t-shirt. Took a jumper, but like didn't need it once.
Yeah.
But I was worried it was going to be warm. And then at night, just jeans and a t-shirt, which I actually prefer because I prefer to wear jeans out.
We need some PNC crew necks, just to chuck the fuck. chuck the crew neck
Yes.
over the
We should just make some.
shirt.
We should just make our own stuff.
just for us.
Just for us.
Yeah.
Go get like crew neck trackies.
Just full kit.
For Melbourne, people will be like, "We're gonna get those trackies, bro." We're like, "Yeah, you can't. You
can't.
fucking pussy."
You can't. Nah, you will be able to. We're
But-
taking over in that scene soon.
We will.
Go
I'm
on.
trying to think what. Oh yeah. We just called the night up, but I was so tired because
Yeah.
obviously Friday was a big one.
That's what happens, mate. You can't.
I mean, we still
At our age, you can't back it up.
we still were out till like 12:30.
Yeah.
But I also think there was ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Um,
That we won't speak of.
There was a nice hotel room, so
Yeah.
Monday was a good day. I was hanging out with Becky and we just like did just shit during the day. We went to see where
Yeah.
where the boys
That was
live.
nice.
Yep, that was a very nice area.
Yeah.
Went out for lunch. Went for a walk through. There's a place called in between St Kilda and Ware and what's the suburb where that the boys live?
Yeah, not going to say that, but yeah.
Oh, you can. Oh yeah,
Nah.
I guess not.
Don't say that.
It's like that way.
Yeah.
Like along the coast. Went for a
Mhm.
walk up that, and then that was pretty much the trip. I hadn't booked my flight home, so I had to book a flight home.
You hadn't booked your flight home.
Yeah, I don't know like what.
Why didn't you book a return? Like when you booked?
I wasn't sure how long I was gonna stay.
Yeah, okay.
And then the Wednesday, my accommodation was meant to check out Wednesday at 12,
Mm-hmm.
and so I would have had to book a flight for Wednesday night. And then I was just like,
Stuff.
Bex ended up working on the Tuesday, so I was just like, I was just like, oh, screw it, I'll just
Go home.
I'll just go home now.
Looking back now, if that woman wasn't there, could you do a solo trip by yourself anywhere else in the world where you literally just didn't know anyone there?
Probably not.
You don't reckon you could?
Nah.
I know I know
I think-
someone who went to like Europe and backpack and they just loved it. Like they wanted to be by themselves, and I'm just like, you're just a different type of person.
Well,
you are.
This is the thing. I learned a lot from that trip, which is always a good thing. Like I like to look back and be like reflect, I guess.
Yeah, well, tell us some of your learnings then, if you're willing to share.
It's the thing. I already kind of knew them anyway.
Yeah.
Like I know that I'm a people person and that I need people around me, and like in particular, it's most when you're having anyone does mental health. Whenever you're having like a really bad day, you have your things that like you use to get out of like your shitty feeling and your shitty mental. Like I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I'm gonna keep busy. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna eat food. You're gonna do something, right? When you're on your own and your coping mechanisms is things that you don't have access to, it's very easy to just like spiral out of control.
Yeah, what do you do?
You sit there in your own thoughts
Just
and
think.
anxiety goes, and that's one thing I learned. So like, I just reinforced that like I know I need to like hang around with people. I'm like a people person. I need like to laugh. I need good energy.
Actually, a good time for yourself to get away because other people did other trips.
Well, that's why
before
I did it
you
as well.
did, and
I do feel glad. I'm happy I went
Yeah, that's good, man.
because I feel reset.
I'm glad you've had your, like you just said just then, you've had your reset.
I'm gonna have to be careful with this pod too.
You've partied a little bit. You've done things that you've wanted to do, because now things start to turn up.
It's grind season. February is is the start.
It's just Feb.
Everyone knows
Feb onwards.
the new year. January is like a bit. You got so many events. Australia Day, New Year's Eve starts. My birthday's in there. Like,
It's a bit annoying. Like for myself, it's like, even like whilst you've been away, it's kind of just been like, oh, this just feels like a massive waste of time right now. It just feels like a waste of time. Like
Bro,
I haven't really been able to do anything.
But it's how I felt like when you were on the hot trip. I was like, man, like I feel like I just need to hurry up and get to this point.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not even just that. It's like just because of what our upcoming things are. It just feels like what we're doing now is just kind of
Also, if
not
I
really
end up cutting
interested,
out like
blah blah blah.
a good 10 minutes of conversation
I
there.
don't think there will be anything needed to.
Well,
for you to cut
Becky
out,
asked me not to speak about her at all, so
I mean,
I'll have to make sure that
Becky isn't known. No one knows who Becky is.
Becky knows who she is.
Becky knows who she is, but this is what I have to say, right? When it comes, and this isn't relevant to just yourself. This is just relevant to anyone. Say you're speaking to someone or someone speaking to you. You know that whatever you do with this person, there's a high chance that that's not just going to stay between you two. You're going to tell like your best mate or this and that and this and that. And you just have to sort of be okay with that. That's kind of a big downfall in women, unfortunately. They love to go.
Well, she was very worried. She's like, I don't want you to talk like about all this stuff on the pod, like any of it. And I was like,
but
I was like, firstly,
respect there, mate.
Firstly, like, why would you, even if I didn't like you, why would you think that I would like I'll talk about like anyone like in a negative, like completely shitting on them? Like I'm not going to be like, oh, blah, 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 like air out any laundry. But like,
I think also
I'm sweating bullets. By the
yeah,
way.
I'm a sweaty boy. I think also like I've someone I know. Yeah, like I was saying.
Yeah, what were you saying? The camera cut out again.
Someone I know was watching the podcast from like episode 1 onwards.
Yeah.
And there's just a given rule where it's like, oh, if you don't look back in yourself and like cringe kind of thing, then you haven't done enough growing. And I know for a fact, just the things that we were talking about from episode 1 onwards, I just wouldn't bring up again.
No, but then at the start of the episode, I said like people want the sex and stuff, and I said it's not really like
I just
what
wouldn't.
we're doing anymore.
It's not even that though. It's just like, like that person isn't here. I'm not gonna speak about them in that type of context, even though it might not be bad. But it's just like they're not here for them to say, oh no, I don't want to speak about that, or I don't want you to bring that up, or this or that.
Well,
and now like that's probably why you've seen like, I mean, our lives have just changed as well since we started this show. We were a lot younger. But then, like that's why maybe kind of right now we feel a little bit stale in terms of just the podcast itself. But I know that's why I'm more excited to do other things in relation to the videos, and then even just like the clothing side of things. Because that's what we're like, it's just what we're
moving
aligned with.
Also, if anyone in Melbourne knows any venues in the St Kilda and then away from the city side, or I mean anyone in general, but like ideally St Kilda, if anyone knows any venues that are looking for DJs, let me know, please.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you. And we can move on. We can continue on the show. If you have nothing, we can do the Spotify playlist while we're here.
I mean, firstly, just rate your trip out of 10. How was it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, bro, the trip for me, I would give it a solid 8. What am I comparing it to? I'll give it a 7.
Could you see yourself living in the state of Victoria forever?
Potentially. It's very hard, like we just spoke off camera. Being on a holiday is not reality of like that of a state. Like, just for me, I'm going out every night drinking 6 days, doing absolutely zero. I have no obligations. I have no responsibilities. I don't even have the things that I do in my routines that I have access to. So like, it's not a realistic view on something. I feel like you'd have to be actually somewhere for that. Yeah. I could definitely. Melbourne's nightlife, shit's all over Perth. 10 times, like 10 times over, bro. Yeah. Ridiculous.
See, I've been to Melbourne a lot of times, and they've always been during the winter. And even when we went last year, I don't think I could live there forever. Hey, I just don't think I could.
Just the weather. Or what? Like
no, I think we undervalue home really.
Oh yeah, but you never know what that's gonna feel like.
You don't, but like there's just so many
till it happens.
There's so many like different ties here, but also like bro, imagine you and I hate the cold, bro. We do not like the cold. Probably you probably struggle a bit more with cold than I do, just in like natural, just like normal settings. Imagine just like walking outside. Like probably like 60 to 70% of the year, and it's just miserable out there.
Yeah, the weather is
Like,
big.
I reckon that I know it has an effect on me, bro.
The weather is a big thing.
Yeah.
But I think you dress
You
for
dress
that.
for it, of course.
Like, if you're living in Melbourne, I don't think you would feel cold because you're wearing, like, you're dressing in thermals, or like you have like the equipment for that. It's like if you lived in Japan or in the snow, like you wouldn't really feel.
You'd get used to it, yeah. But no, that's it's an interesting thought to have.
I mean, we'll be able to potentially let you guys know one day.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought to have. Yeah, let's do the Spotify playlist. Why not? Let's fuck it. Oh, I wonder what number that is.
What happened?
I just kind of did half of an F-bomb there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Don't Waste It by August 08. That one's going in. That's track 200, by the way. Where are we?
Wow.
Like the video. Right area? Oh, no. Like I said, that's track 200 in the Spotify playlist. Where are we? Like and comment on the video, please. Please.
Yeah, I'm going to put in How Will I Know by Nicola Fasano. If you just type in How Will I Know feature Annie.
Oh, yeah. That's in there.
And then your
That's
next track.
playlist. Yeah, I'll add the next track in. I don't really know what this one is, but I liked it recently. So See the End by Above and Beyond.
Nice. And then my last one is going to be It's Been a Long Day by Spacey Jane.
Oh.
Diffy track, but the lyrics, hits me hard, bro.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
It's been a long...
Hottest 100 was yesterday, and boy, we don't care. That was
That's
yesterday.
where I got the song from, actually, because I often will listen to like the top like 10. I'll just chuck it on and just see what's going on. But then they drag it. They drag 10 songs on for an hour, mate.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Well, we used to hang out with certain people who actually listen to that music, so we tend to party. Australia Day. We partied. We got around our friend Andrew's house.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about this.
We didn't party it. For Australia Day.
It was Australia Day, and we went to a friend's house, and we drank, we swam, we blah blah blah. It was
we just wanted to have some beers because it was a day off.
It's a great day. Beautiful Glenn dropped us off. Myself, Maury,
Big Maury.
and Ev.
Going through it.
He's doing well. But yeah, we get to Andrew's house, and phenomenal vibes. He's got two beautiful bastard puppies there, border collies.
Yeah, great.
Daniel, shout out Daniel, he was there. Denholm was there. Shout out Rambo Lear as well, Brandon Lear.
Man's pulled up, still had to work.
Yeah, had work at 4 a.m, did better than others, showed his face, stayed for quite some time as well.
Got drunk. Well, ish.
Yeah. But yeah, it was... I love Andrew's house. It's a beautiful house, mate.
It's a very good setup.
Like, it's probably one of the, like, what you want for that type of day. It was perfect.
Oh, yeah. You can't
His
go
pool
wrong.
was beautiful temperature.
Beautiful temperature.
We got there, kits off, sunscreen, perfect.
Playing beer pong in
Then
the
it
sun.
Had a beer pong
We moved the beer
table.
pong table into the sunshine.
The beverages were tasting so good that day.
Dude, oh, man. I was polishing them quick, too.
They were tasting so good. And it was only like Daniel was there. He's a great bloke. Andrew was there, obviously. And then it was just us boys.
Yeah.
It was just us boys. And yeah, it felt like a great day. Like, it felt like a great day from the start of the day.
It did.
I was just so gassed. I was so happy. I was like, gosh, we haven't done this in like...
We just started too late.
Like
We
so
should have
long.
started earlier and then just like when we finished, it would have been normal time.
I got drunk though.
Oh, yeah, but same.
I got absolutely walloped, mate.
Yeah, I was pretty fat.
And I kind of saved myself there for a sec.
Well, it was lucky it was early. That's the only thing that saved us. The fact that
Yeah.
it was 9 o'clock, like, done.
Yeah, it was probably what saved us is that the party did kind of wrap itself up. Because if we had kept going and then I would have stopped, then I would have just been gone, bro.
Absolutely.
I would have been gone. But thankfully I didn't, I wasn't too hung the next day. I was more just like, couldn't be bothered actually doing anything. But no, let's go. Next Sunday we'll be going out again.
Big Sunday sesh.
Big Sunday sesh.
Stay tuned because we'll We'll put a story up or something.
Yeah, we'll put a story up.
Maybe we'll hit.
Actually, that's a good shout. That's a good shout. Let's try and get a lot of.
We'll just try and get
around there.
heaps of people there and just vibe.
Yeah.
Book it in next Sunday. We're going for a Sunday session. If you live in Perth, we'll put the spot.
It's the 5th of Feb. The 5th of Feb. We're having a big day. I plan to obliterate myself.
I'm gonna be busted. Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon like we write ourselves off and like, other people take care of us. That's the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah, but it'll be a big night.
It'll be a big night. I'm very excited for it. But yeah, no. All in all, the public holiday just gone. Brilliant day. I can't believe we forgot about it. It's
a lot been going on, mate. It's been busy.
It has been a lot.
It's been a busy podcast, this one.
Should we do the draft? This week's draft?
I mean, we've been rolling a while.
We have been, but we can end it with the draft, Ev. We can end it with the draft.
We got to do a glow up too.
Oh, do we have to this week?
We won't do a glow up this week. We'll just do the draft.
Because we can put up a proper story for the glow up.
Yeah.
But we'll do the draft, and I thoroughly enjoy the draft segment. I think it's quite fun.
Yeah.
This week's draft presented to you by
PNC lads.
Woolworths Spring Water.
I mean, it's free plug. So we'll send you the invoice.
All right. As we start the draft, we'll begin it with paper, scissors, rock to see who goes first.
Yep.
Who gets round one? Paper, scissors, rock. You won 2 in a row, and I'm not happy about it. All right. So your number one pick.
My favourite comedy movie, it's almost like a therapy movie, is Step Brothers. I feel like that's, universally known. Everyone loves Step Brothers. So I feel like it's going to be hard for you to come back from this, mate, because I don't know what's better than Step Brothers.
Yeah, look, that does hurt a lot. My next one, my first pick, yeah, it's tough. It's going to be Superbad.
Oh, yeah. No, that almost might beat out Step Brothers.
Superbad it's up there, bro. It's really good.
Well, I got an absolute ripper to come in with the number 3 pick.
2 pick.
Well, you took yours as second pick.
Yeah, no, but
I'm pick 3.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna run my second pick, but third pick overall is We're the Millers.
Okay. I can let you have that one.
That movie is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It is a good movie. I'll give you that. All right, my second pick.
I'm praying you don't take my next one.
Is going to be Hangover.
No.
There was
dude.
Yeah.
That's a disaster.
You know why? Because we just spoken about that over like a TikTok message as well. I could have gone with something else, but no, I went with that.
Damn it.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Alan.
I honestly, bro. Hangover 2 is honestly up there too. So.
Yeah. All right. Your third pick.
That's a disaster. I might just roll with Hangover 2, mate.
That's going to be your third pick, Hangover 2.
Because you need to have a hangover movie, and the third one is by far the worst. So.
Yeah. All right. My third pick will be Wedding Crashers.
That's also on my list.
I love that movie.
That's on my list.
It's a great movie.
My next one on the list is...
Your fourth pick?
Yep. I'm going to go with... I have a few on here. 21 Jump Street.
Oh, you bastard. You bastard. All right.
Your fourth pick overall.
Yeah, my fourth pick overall. Oh, this is tough. I'm going to... See, I don't have too many more on here.
I got one more. It's an absolute ripper, mate.
I'm going to...
I'm calling out with a bang.
I've got 2 choices here. I might go with... I'm going to go with Billy Madison. I really like that movie. That's a very, very funny movie. All right, your fifth pick.
Ted.
Okay, yeah, that's a good pick. I didn't even think about that one, to be honest.
Cracking movie, mate.
It's a good pick. My fifth and final pick, I've got a couple to choose from here. I'm going to give it to the 40-Year-Old Virgin, Steve Carell.
Banger.
Good movie. There's a scene where the guy's girlfriend walks in and he's like, "You need to keep your hoe on a leash." And I just lose my shit every time, bro. It's the funniest thing out.
Yeah,
that's the comedy draft. The comedy draft there is Dunsies.
Yes.
We've done well. We've done very, very
Beautiful.
well there.
I think that can potentially wrap up the show.
If you've got any more draft suggestions, let us know.
Yep.
Let us know because we love doing the drafts and sending you globs as well. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Maybe a bit more of a mellow episode, but Ev had a lot to talk about in terms of his
Trip.
little getaway.
Yep.
Little getaway. And once again, the next episode, stay tuned because big announcement. Big announcement. It's going to change the course of this channel.
It's going to change the course of my life.
Our lives.
Your life. My life.
My life be like...
Ooh, Hey, this is like a sneak peek.
No one knows this reference.
Bye.